3 things to consider if you're thinking about getting a livestock guardian dog for your homestead. When we got a homestead, one of the things that was on the radar was livestock guardian dogs. Did we jump into it right away? The answer is no, we did not. We did some research on them. We did some heart searching as far as like how much time and effort do we want to put into them, and are they going to be of value to us? And overall, I would say that they've been a fairly good experience. There are the 3 things that you have to consider for having them, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But overall, we've had a really good experience with having them here. It was something that, you know, when you get a homestead, you always hear people talk about livestock guardian dogs and the quintessential homestead that has the dog roaming the property, looking over the flock of birds or the sheep or the cattle or whatever it would be. And they are a great asset. They're a great thing to consider, but they come with their challenges. Number 1 is they require some space. Dogs like space, and livestock guardian dogs think that they own a lot more space than you have. If you have 14 acres, they think that they own 28 acres. So they want to protect space along with the livestock that they're protecting. Number 2 is fencing. Fencing is a big one. If you have a creek or creeks on your property when it comes to water, they are not easy to protect as far as getting the fence across there. If you have flat space, flat area, you can do a hot wire fence, other things that will keep them in, but getting fencing that will keep dogs from crossing through creeks and waterways, we have found that to be one of the biggest challenges. So pasture space and fencing are the top 2. And then number 3 is just basic temperament. They are not real eager to technically please you as the owner. They want to do their job, which is sit around and protect the livestock. They work in pairs a little bit better than they work individually. They're not like a German Shepherd or a Malinois or a Labrador Retriever or something like that are real eager to please you. They're a little more like aloof and like, I'll do my own thing. I'm out here on my own space. I've got my own property. I've got my own fence, my own turf. Just let me do my job. We enjoy our livestock guardian dogs. They do a great job. They do have a desire to kind of get out and roam space. So if you think that they're going to be a dog that's just going to stay in one location, you got another thing coming to you. We're just being honest with you about the breed, the temperament, and the things that they do pose some challenges with. But overall, we have had a really good experience with them. They do like to get out of the fence though and run. So that's just something you've got to prepare for of, you know, how are you going to mitigate that, and how much space do you have, and how are you going to keep them into the territory that they're supposed to be protecting. So livestock guardian dogs are a great choice for getting in with the livestock, protecting the different animals that you got, but they don't come just as a animal that you just throw out in a pasture and kind of leave alone. They come with their challenges of raising them from the puppies to the adults. Are they actually protecting the animals, or do they think that they're mobile snacks? Those are all things that are just a reality. So when we jumped down the journey of finding a livestock guardian dog, we ended up landing on the Anatolian Great Pyrenees mix. There were some people that were like, oh, just get pure Anatolian. Other ones that were saying get pure Great Pyrenees or Kangal, all the different ones that are out there. But when it came down to it, we found some local people who had some Anatolian Great Pyrenees mix. The female that we have, Heidi, is more of the Anatolian side of the look and temperament, and our Murphy is more of the Great Pyrenees look and temperament, and they definitely do have a little bit different temperament. Livestock guardian dogs have been a good addition to our homestead. They don't come without challenges. Nothing on the homestead comes without a challenge. I'm telling you right now, people think I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna do that, and it'll be all great life. But we're just being real with you guys here at Heartway Farms. We don't want to just sell you the Instagram side of things or the YouTube side of things. There's all of these different things that you have to think about. There's the different angles and additions that they're going to have to time and energy and resources. So I would just say do some research. We're not going to do an in-depth dive on the livestock guardian dogs. There's enough other content out there on that for right now. But when it comes down to it, we're happy that we added them to the property. We've had a couple of litters with them. They've been fun. It's been a great resource for us here, and they definitely are something that you should consider. But just make sure that when you consider them, that you really dive into all of the things that surround having the livestock guardian on your property.